Hi everybody, I'm John Finn and welcome to another unpacking and review. And as you can tell by that beautiful metallic envelope in the background here, we are doing another Forbidden Figurines belt review. And as you can see here, I've gotten all of my Forbidden Figurines belts up, as well as my WWE Figure Artist belt and a couple of my favorite Mattel belts, just so we can do some fun comparing and stuff. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy open and see what's inside. I'm really excited about what it is. And da-da. If I can get it open, jeez. Oh, stickers! Just kidding, we always get stickers. The TNT Championship. This is the black strap version. This is the finished version after they had finished really tooling it and getting all of the metal plating in there after its original debut. And it is a beautiful title on its own. And as expected, this Forbidden Figurines version is looking like it's going to hold up quite well in comparison. Let's get the little package open here. Okay. Feels good in my hand. Let's zoom in, get a really close look on the detail. TNT Champion, you can see there's actual texture in the letters around the main plate as well. There are textures. You can make out the details really easily in the side plates. Got the All Elite AEW here. I mean, it's so small. Like the wrestling word there, where it says AEW All Elite Wrestling on the bottom, I can't read that with my naked eye. Like I can't even get close to reading that. That's how small the detail is on these things. Now, a lot of people are going to have better vision than me, but that's a different story. So let's go ahead and start comparing this to some of the other belts we've gotten from Forbidden Figurines compared to the IC Championship. I like the gold on the TNT a bit more. It's still slightly a little bit too yellow, but it looks really, really good next to this this IC title belt, and it really kind of sets off against it. Let's look at the AWA belt, which is one of my favorite belts now. I mean, look at that. That's just a glorious, glorious creation. And let's compare the silvers on these two, and they're both pretty reflective. I mean, they're not Mattel reflective, but that's really, really, really good for a custom belt. Like, that's really great shine. And if we compare it to the WWE Figure Artist, we'll see it has, you know, just as much, if not more, detail. And of course, the strap is just far and away better. That's not to crap on the Figure Artist, because I know he's been doing a lot more, and he's been putting out some really great product. Let's check out the North American Championship here and compare these side plates. Like, I mean, it's got okay detail on the Razor Ramon belt here. It's not bad. It might even be a little bit sharper than these AEW letters, but that's as fine as the detail can get on these belts, is that NXT emblem there. The Forbidden Figurines ones can really just get into so much more depth. And as you can see, the plate on the Mattel belt is completely flat. There's no actual raised marks, except there's a little bit of a texture here around the edge, but it's really nothing compared to how much texture and detail there is in the TNT belt. Excuse that little ring-a-ding sound. That was one of my kitties jumping up on my chair behind me. She likes to watch me record. And then we'll compare to one more Mattel belt. This is one of the better detailed Mattel belts because there is a lot of actual raised tooling on this belt that makes it stick out. The coloring is pretty well done. The thing is, the writing is kind of hard to read even when we're zoomed in like this. You can read it, but it's not nearly as clear, I feel, as the writing on these belts. So in fact, let's go ahead and see if we can get it in focus there. And it's just so much clearer on the Forbidden Figurines belt because of the way the paint's applied more accurately. Unfortunately, these mass-produced belts don't always do the best in terms of getting the detail right, just because they are mass-produced, and that's okay. We're going to compare it to a couple more. I'm going to hold Arn here on the side, because I'm going to put this TNT belt to see how it looks on him. We're going to bring up the NWA World's Championship. Very similar in terms of the metallic quality of it between the silver and the gold. Again, detail is there just like in the other belts. And the last one we'll really compare it to, I think, is the Impact Championship. I just really like the level of detail that this belt has That's probably the most detailed belt I have, besides maybe the IWGP Championship. It's between those two, but I'm gonna go with the Impact for now, just because the detail's much more organized, so it's easier to see the details and the contrast of everything. But you can tell the gold color is different on these two. I think I might prefer it a little bit more on the Impact belt, but I'm not quite sure. It really could go either way, but it is a fairly yellow gold on the TNT belt. And if that bothers you, just keep that in mind. But it doesn't really bother me that much, so it's not that big of a deal. Definitely not a deal breaker. Now we're going to take this Mattel belt off. Now I want you to know something about this Mattel belt. The way it sits out from his body. Like, that's pretty much as tight as I can get it. But you can see how the straps, like, there's this huge gap between his body and the straps themselves. And that's a main problem someone else has brought up on the Forbidden Figurines Discord, and they actually cut off the clips on the backs of the plates and just glue them to the front, which is a pretty good fix if you ask me. But these Forbidden Figurine belts are where it's at. So let's go ahead and strap this equivalent of a television championship around Arn Anderson's waist, and you can see those gaps are much, much more reduced. Any gaps are caused just by the straightness of the plates themselves and not by material that's being pressed against the wrestler's, the figure's body, excuse me. Looked great. I mean, it's a fantastic belt. I've got some plans for this for the Comic Fed coming up. You're probably going to see a lot of this belt. I plan on making the television championships the belts that are pretty much defended in every single issue, no matter what's going on, because that's what they are. They're there to be defended and to be the real workman's belts and stuff like that. We do have Forbidden Figurines has some pretty exciting stuff coming down the pike here in the next few months, which I've kind of been privy to as being a part of the Discord. I'm not going to tell you what they are because that's not my place, and I think y'all will be plenty excited about them once they are announced and released and everything like that. But that's really about it for today. This Forbidden Figurines is the TNT Championship from AEW All Elite Wrestling. You can see the beautiful paint detail, the print detail. The strap is just immaculate. It looks like it's got the button, it's got the beautiful Velcro, and that wonderful, beautiful Forbidden Figurines logo there on the back. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it gave you some ideas on what you can do to help further refine your collection and get it looking the way you want it to, whether you're just displaying it, whether you're playing with them, whatever you're doing. Remember, keep doing it the way you like to. Keep it mock if you want. Open it up. Throw everything away if you want. It's all up to you. Just keep doing what you do. And until next time, I'm John Finn, and we'll see you later.